So, as you all might have already known, I live 2.5 hours away from my house, my home, if you will. I commute to college, and college is, 2.5 hours away. And this video is going to be pretty personal to me, at least. I I'm aiming for something relatable with this video. And I'm just here to say that leaving is really, really hard. Leaving home, I'll talk about it. So usually the situation plays out like this. Either every week or every other week, I go home for the weekend, right? I leave Friday morning after my English class, and then I drive 2.5 hours down to my home, and I spend the entire weekend there. And then Sunday morning, I leave 2.5 hours back up here. And on those weekends, I spend time with my family, spend time with my girlfriend, spend time with my girlfriend's family. Not on, not all of them on every weekend because, of course, there's only so many places I can be at once. And I'm just before I say anything else, I'm extremely fortunate to be as privileged as I am. I have a mom and a dad. I have two cats. I have a younger brother. I have a girlfriend who also has a mom and dad. I have a car that I can go to visit them. And I'm forever grateful for those people. And I'm forever grateful to be placed in a scenario where I can say stuff like this. And as weird as it might sound, I'm very grateful that I can feel sad in regard to having to leave them because, of course, I can't be here for class without driving 2.5 hours away from them. And it hurts. It really, really sucks because as I'm driving away, as I'm pulling out of my parents' driveway, I see them waving to me. And I really wish that I could just, spend more time with them. And I really wish that I didn't have to drive back to college. I really wish I didn't live 2.5 hours away. And especially right now, my girlfriend and her family and my family are both away from home. They are even further away from me. They're doing their other vacation event stuff without me because, I don't know if you could see, but I'm in my college dorm right now because I'm a student. So they're out doing their own thing, and I have no one to come home to for the next 2 weeks. Um, and it's lonely. It feels very lonely. Because I don't have too many friends in college. Well, I have a few friends. I'm not close to anyone like that where I would be like, hey, let's go hang out, let's grab food together. I'm not close with that. Like, I'm not close like that with anyone yet. And I really hope that changes because, I have 3.5 years left of college. And I really don't know what I'm trying to get across by making this video. I want you to know I want to reiterate the point I made not last video, but the video before that when I went over the thing that happened with the fitness industry. Even if you don't have family, even if you don't have friends, you have at least someone in your life that really does care about you, and it would mean the world to them if you tried to spend a little bit more time with them. If you said, "Hey, I love you," said, "Hey, I really appreciate you being here," because you really have no idea what that could mean for that person. And I know if one of my buddies or if a family member of mine just randomly texted me out of the blue saying, "Hey, I'm proud of you. I appreciate you," it would make my entire week. And that has happened before. And I'm extremely grateful for that. And also, I didn't make this video sooner because I've had other topics I wanted to cover before making this video. But especially today, since from both my girlfriend and my parents, I got the news that they were leaving and on their road trips and stuff like that. So again, it's been pretty lonely, but that's okay. I didn't really expect anything other than that. Really, this is kind of a low effort video if you couldn't already tell. I really want a new webcam, so because the whole YouTube algorithm is like it's not pushing out channels that make a lot of videos anymore. It's pushing out channels that make higher quality content, and as you can probably tell, my webcam's pixelation. It's $7. It's like 4 years old. It's not a good webcam. But I don't have enough money to buy a new webcam right now. So hopefully that changes within the next few months. I'm not really sure. But another thing I'd like to talk about is the benefits of leaving. Now, while leaving everything I love, everyone I love behind, it has served me so, so well because I've grown so much. And I already made a video on this. Going to college and leaving my parents and my girlfriend behind was the best thing to ever happen to me. Moving into a dorm room and being forced to figure out everything on my own brought me through the most growth. It made me more independent, which not only helped me personally, but also it helped my relationship. It helped so many things. And if you're an upcoming college student, if you're in 12th grade, or if you're moving into your dorm room pretty soon, I don't know. If you're about to embark on a personal journey, let's say, of you moving away from your parents, or you experiencing some heavy form of change in regard to where you physically live, you will be scared. It will be scary. You will have a lot of anxiety, and you'll have a lot of readjusting to do, and you'll have to figure out a lot of stuff. But once that initial week or 2 weeks of homesickness goes away, you'll look back in hindsight and realize how much you've gone through and how much growth you put yourself through. And like every negative scenario, it has a silver lining. And the silver line here, it's pretty damn thick. And this, again, is just another video of me trying to find my niche. Once I find my niche, I will be uploading more. What's the word? I will be more consistent with not only my upload pattern, but my content as well. I've been looking at a lot of YouTubers lately, primarily Josh Strife Hayes and Jinxie, all those people who I enjoy watching, especially, over a nice meal. They have their niches. Jinxie with Rainbow Six Siege. Well, recently he's been kind of falling off. He's been doing drugs and all that stuff. It's kind of annoying. But a slightly smaller channel I watch is called Josh Strife Hayes. This British guy with like almost 900,000 subscribers. He does videos on MMORPG games, which I would like to make a video on, but that's his niche. He's been doing this for 5 years and has over 860 videos. That's kind of what I'm going for. Because again, I'm in it for the long run. I'm not here just to, you know, upload a few content pieces, get a few subscribers, and leave. I'm going to be here for the next years, even the next decade, maybe, probably even more. Because again, I really enjoy this. I really enjoy speaking into a microphone. I've said all this before. I was talking to my girlfriend last night, and she mentioned how redundant my videos can be. And I told her, I've been doing this for like, what, 2 months? I just started. And I've already been getting quite a bit better. At least I think so. But one of the main things with me, especially when I speak, is I'm very redundant. I say a lot of the same things over and over again, which is something I need to overcome. And I believe I can overcome that by, first of all, talking slower, but also it'll happen with time. So, just to reiterate here, leaving will never be easy. It will always serve as a challenge, even if you're moving 10 or 15 minutes away from your home, because home is where you're used to. Home is where everything you know is, if that makes sense. Home is where you go when you have nowhere else to go, if that makes sense. And right now, I have to call this place my home, but it's not. I don't get good sleep in this bed. I don't wake up feeling refreshed. I can't sleep in this dorm room. It's hard. But when I go home over the weekend, I'll sleep for 11 or 12 hours because my sleep cycle has to catch up on itself because again, I don't get very good sleep here. And that's because it's not home. It's not the same. But that's okay because home will redefine itself over time. The key are those last two words, over time. You need to be patient. And with that being said, expect a lot more content from me soon. See you later.